Welcome, everyone. Hello, my name is Landis. Thank you for joining, for tuning in to this narrative drawing lesson. I'm one of the artists with Art Matters with the Albuquerque Museum. And before we get into what the art activity is, the lesson, we always like to start off with our land acknowledgement and our community agreement. So, taking a moment, grounding your breath, grounding your space. So, as Art Matters, we are a collective of teaching artists based on Tiwa lands, otherwise known as Albuquerque, New Mexico. New Mexico has been and always will be the ancestral homelands of the Navajo Nation, the 20 pueblos, and the three Apache nations, and the Ute tribe. So, naming the land that we are on is important to us to honor and respect and to ground. Thank you for taking a moment with us with that. Also wanting to share our community agreements. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and take a moment to read those together. And this is also a emphasis on just building a safe space for everyone to share and to be creative, and also um, to acknowledge it takes work to get to community agreements and commitment. So wanting to honor everyone has a voice, which really leans towards making space for all respectful questions, concerns, ideas, learn from each other. Also respecting each other, yourself, the tools and materials, the ideas, the environment. So throw glitter, not shade. Process, engage in process, and hold space for joy, have fun. Next is be an artist and a maker. So take creative risks, try something new, create. Lastly is lift each other up and share. Ask questions, listen, give thoughtful, productive feedback, collaborate, move up, move up. So really honoring everyone's voices, inviting engagement, being able to be creative together, and let's get into it. So thank you. And also, I have my water bottle here. Bring what also will take care of you as you take some time to make some art today. So today we are doing a lesson called narrative drawing, which is inspired by the Coast to Coast to Coast exhibit, which featured Canadian Indigenous art, and really thinking about with this lesson the emphasis on narrating stories, the importance of narrating one stories, and also adding a question is why was it so important for Indigenous peoples, Indigenous nations to narrate their own story, to also bring to light the daily life of Indigenous peoples. So we're going to lean into that emphasis of story and also listening and tapping into your own creative drawing style. And so as we get into that space, I invite everyone to clear your working area. And also, I'm going to go ahead and shift so you can see some of the materials that we're going to use today. So here we go. So first, let me go ahead and switch here. So take a moment to grab, whoop, sorry. So to grab some pieces of paper, it can be different sizes and different styles of markers, a pencil, Sharpies, color pencils. So go ahead if you'd like to pause the camera, pause the video, and be able to gather these materials. Also, what's helpful sometimes is covering your workspace. So I'm just using a pretty long, big construction paper to just work on here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video and you can take your time in gathering those materials. So welcome back. I hope you've gathered your materials and even bringing some water to invite hydration as you make some art. And right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the warm up. So the warm up for today is really time of reflection. So I would invite folks to take a moment and reflect on a memorable story of your daily life. So thinking about any adventures or surprises or moments in nature, moments at home, just take a moment of reflection. And as you lean into this memory, I invite folks to go ahead and take that blank piece of paper and you're going to start, after your reflection, begin to write down any details, or actions or, what was the weather like? What was the sounds that occurred during this memorable moment in your daily life? And we will use these details for the art project. So I wrote some details already and I'll go ahead and share with everyone. But before I do that, taking a moment with each other in your space. And as you're writing these details, it's kind of like a brain bubble, a brainstorm of words. And I'm going to go ahead and share mine. So we have turtles, bikes, sky, water, bosque, and I like to bike to the bosque. If you live here in Albuquerque, being able to ride in by the Rio Grande and going and visiting the turtles is something that I love to do. And also riding my bike into the bosque is always fun. So that's a moment that I want to share. You can go ahead and pause this video and share the story if you'd like, or just your certain details that you want to share before you get into your drawing. So now that you have your somewhat like your piece of paper with your brainstorm of words of details of a memorable moment in your daily life, we're going to go ahead and invite and start doing this narrative drawing. And really, as you gather your materials, color pencils, a variety of markers, honoring the inspiration. So in the Coast to Coast to Coast exhibit, there's a piece from the Inuit people, so really naming the Inuit people of the Arctic region of Canada, their use of visual storytelling, so to really bring to life a daily life moment. So with your pencil and honoring your memorable story of your daily life, invite you to begin to sketch and really thinking about honoring your creative style. And as we're drawing together, I'm going to go ahead and invite a song and just really thinking about the sound of your daily life, the elements that you want to bring in. And so let's get into it. And always inviting a nice breath and taking your time, having fun. And so the first part is just with the pencil. Then we'll start inviting colors. Seeing the headlines line with discord and see the genocide on the planet and uproar. Never good. The rules of paradise are never nice. The best laid plans of mice and men are never right. Really, I like to start thinking of what is always around when I go see the turtles. There's so much plant life. Makes me smile just remembering the many, many moments of hanging out and saying hello. Sometimes seeing like random piles of floating wood and no judgment to your drawing, just an invitation to remember. Been to the bosque, you know, there's the little structures you can hang out at the pond, the overlook into the toilet. So as you're getting into your story, thinking of what do you see? What do you do? Is it at home? Is it in nature? Right now, what I'm doing is drawing the place. And I love sketching and kind of remembering. How does it feel to remember these little details? And those cottonwoods are huge. Sometimes I like getting funky with my trees. So um, if you don't feel like seeing this whole process right now, you could pause the video and focus on your drawing. Um, I'm kind of just going in. I'm like thinking of the big cottonwood trees. How does it, as you're taking time to sketch this moment, some of the questions to consider is, what visuals do you tend to remember from your daily life? Was the last time you also shared a story of your life with others? How did that feel as you were sharing? Um, think about why is it important for Indigenous people to share their own story, to continue in that sharing. Like okay. It's usually not how my bike looks, but for today, some funkiness will do. Sometimes when I draw bodies, I just do some sketches like that. Usually at the bosque, when I see the turtles, it's just like their little heads popping out. I'm imagining all their little. There's many in the bosque. If you haven't gone to check it out, I recommend it. And go ahead and take a moment and pause this video and continue your details. And then we'll come back and start filling in with color. I'm going to go ahead and start inviting some color into the drawing. This is part of also kind of having fun with it. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of color just around, even though there's a pencil sketch, it'll go over it. And then later, oh, I like to invite some Sharpie to outline. So to outline some detail. So right now, going in and doing a little coloring. Have fun with your colors. Mhm. I'm thinking about this narrative drawing as, somewhat like a journaling. Thinking if you like to journal, you start writing details of how your day went, and inviting that. Sometimes I like doing the bass, funky beats, and I'm curious as you're observing, maybe taking time on what kind of stories folks are sharing. Is there any connections that you're seeing in themes, such as going out to nature and some adventure? So, how's it going? I'm still, having fun with the coloring. Sometimes, once you get to a place of detailing, either with someone like a harder outlining with the color pencil or with the Sharpie, you can also, like I kind of cleaned it up here, you could erase some pencil marks. Sometimes I'll leave it just to, you know, enjoy the process. Do a little bit of cleaning up after. That feels good. And I was sharing how with my images of the body, though it's just like a sketch of somebody, of me really, I'm thinking about what feeling I had that day and what color is related to that. So for today, I'm feeling, I mean, as I remember that day, I remember it was a warm, wasn't too hot yet, and just enjoying the breeze. So I'm gonna go ahead and color myself orange, thinking of that sunshine, bringing in, also in my hair flowing, that. I like to do little thought bubbles, thinking about just appreciative of the day, taking moments of reflection, and really having fun bringing in this narrative, drawing, sketch, journaling time. Thinking about the beauty that is turtles, something that I love to also bring into light and into this moment as you're inviting any details into your drawing. If there's any animals or trees, like what's the feeling that it provides you, that it supports you with, the kind of joy or affirmations, do the animalitos, the trees, provide to you. And thinking about turtles, for me, turtles are always a sweet reminder to take my time, be patient, and the words that I love to tell myself in moments that things can feel a little rushed. And in Spanish, it's con calma, sin prisa, which really means with calm and without rushing. And the tortuguitas provide that reminder, which I'm very appreciative of their being. So here I didn't add more turtles before the coloring. So you could decide to use a pencil or just straight up with your color pencil. I'm going to do that. There's so many little turtles that come and duckies, but right now I'm focusing on the turtles. And then I do like, why not? Sometimes I like to um, mm, Sharpie. Not everywhere, just a few places, just to kind of, it helps pop out some of the color. And it's sweet to think about just how I flowing with your your pen, your color pencil, the Sharpie. Because I'm thinking about these words, I'm actually going to invite some words into this drawing. Calma, sin prisa. And this is, I'm going to stop here for now. This is the moment in my daily life of riding to the bosque, getting to the ponds, taking a moment of reflection, thinking about con calma, sin prisa, affirmation and reminder that the turtles and also just the time and nature provides um, for for me and for my spirit. And I thank you for taking the time to draw a memorable moment in your daily life, a story that you shared together. And I hope that this also can be something that you can continue to do with your families, to share and to connect together on what's happening, being able to narrate that together. So feel free to share and discuss your process or artwork with each other, lift each other up and encourage art making. And um if you want to invite exchanging your drawings, I'm going to just bring it up close. And thank you so much for joining. I appreciate the focus. I could feel it. And just wanting to invite, if you'd like to submit any of your art pieces, you can send it to us at artmattersam@gmail.com. We would love to see the pieces that you create. So thank you so much. Appreciate you and continue sharing your story. in the multitude ways that feel good for you.